here in exercise 8C, okay, here in exercise 8C, what we are going to study is to increase a particular value, isn't it? Increase a value by given percentage. By given percentage. For example, we have 60 and they have asked you to increase it by 5%. Now, 60 is to be increased by 5%. This means at first we are going to find out 5% value of 60, 5% value of 60, which will give you 3. And your next step is to add 60 to this 5% increase, which is 3, to get 63 as your increased value. This is your increased value. Increased value. Now, this was the traditional method, matlab old method. This was your traditional method. Now, if you want to find the value directly, then in that case what we need to do is, since we are increasing 60 by 5%, so when we are increasing 60 by 5% and percent is already 100, so when you would increase it by 5%, you will get 105%. This 105% is your final answer if you would find it on 60. This means 105% of 60 will give you 5 2 times, 5 1 times, 5 2 times, 2 3 times will give you 21 times 3 is equal to 63. This means the same sum can be solved, one by the traditional method and one by directly using the formula. Clear? For example, let us go to the other one, which states that increase 20 by 15%. Okay? Increase 20 by 15%. This means first we will find out 15% value of 20, 15% value of 20. So 15% value of 20 will give you how much? 20 5 times and 5 3 times 15, which will give you how much? 3. Now you are increasing 20 by 15%. Remember my dear that you people are increasing, बढ़ा रहे value. You are increasing the value. 20 was already given. Now you are increased value. Increased value will be 20 was already given and you found out 15% of 20, which is equal to 3, which will give you 23. Now let me do the same sum using formula. And how can it be done? Just let us see. So when you are increasing it by 15% and percent is already 100, you are increasing the value by 15 more. This means your total value will be 115%. Therefore, final value will be equal to 115% of 20. So 115% of 20, let us see, let us cancel this, and on cancelling 20 5 times and 5 23 will give you 23 as your final solution. This means that if a value is given, this means that if a value is increased by x percent, if y is increased by x percent, then in that case the new value will be equal to 100 plus increased percent by 100 into y. Let us assume, let us take y as 48. So when I take this y as a number 48 and I take this x as 121%, I take this as 121%. Now when I put this, if I will be putting this in the value, let us see what will I get. So I will be getting 100 plus x means 121 by 100 into y was your 48, which will simplify to 221 by 100 into 48. Now when you solve this 221 into 48, you will be getting a value 10608 by 100, which will simplify to 106.08 as your final solution. Simple. This means I have increased 48 to 121% to give me 106.08. Clear? Now let us take another one. For example, 80 increased by 140. This is your fourth number, or 80 to increase by 140 percentage. And as I said, we shall be doing by both the methods. 80 to increase by 140%. So let us find out 140% of 80 first, which is known as your traditional method. Okay, 140% of 80. This will give you how much? Let us cancel this. So on solving this, how much will I get? Let us see. 0 gets cancelled, 0 gets cancelled, 8 4 times 32, 8 1 times 8 plus 3, 112. So 112 when added to 80, so new value, or you can say increased value will be equal to 80 plus 112 will give you how much? Will give you how much, my dear? It will give you 192 as your value. Now if I use the formula method, this means your percent is already 100. Percent is already 100. Now you are increasing to 140% more. When percent say 140 more, so 140 more will give you how much? 240. So if you find out 240% of 80, you will get 192. Let us see. So the new value will be 240% of 80. This will give you, let us check. Why not to cancel this? 0, 0, 0, 0. 24 into 8. 24 times 8 will give you how much? Let's see. 8 4s are 32. 8 2s are 16. 17, 18, 19, 192 as your direct answer. Okay. One more is there. 12.5%. Increase 1000 by 3.5%. Okay. Increase 1000 by 3.5%. तो बेटा पहले 3.5% निकालेंगे. 3.5% of 1000. So 3.5% of 1000 will give you how much? Is equal to 35. So your new value will be equal to 1000 plus 35 equals to 1035. Finished. Now, if I was to find out by the formula method, then as I said that your percent is already 100. ठीक है. If I increase this by 3.5, here you might make mistake. So 103.5%. So when I'll find out 103.5%, 103.5% of 1000, how much should I get? Let us check. After cancellation, I'll get 103.5 into 10, which will give you 1035 as your direct answer. Okay. Now, either you do by this method or this method, you will fetch mark in both of them. Once again, either you do by this method or this method, you will fetch mark in both of them. But you should know both of them. Why? Because later on we shall be using this method to make our sums as simple as anything. Next, we shall be dealing with the decrease, the same thing as in a decrease percent. Clear?